Call to order the Board of County Commissioners regular meeting for June 12, 2014. Welcome everybody. Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance and salute to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I salute the flag of the state of New Mexico, which is a symbol of perfect friendship among the United cultures.
Based on the I know the girls are all here. They're all here. They're outside. Good. They don't want to watch? They need to see how the sausage is made. Okay. First item on the agenda is to approve the regular meeting agenda.
So moved.
Second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. We're going to begin today with a public hearing. This is a discussion regarding the adoption of Ordinance 1403 entitled Viva Santa Rita Subdivision. Thank you. I don't even know where I'd be this year.
the chair.
I think about it in January. I think I may have left that someplace. I think she was just... Was it there?
Well, it must be nice to be the sheriff then.
Yeah. Should have drank it, Sheriff. It's pretty good. Okay. Discussion regarding adoption of Ordinance 1403 entitled Viva Santa Rita Subdivision Community Area Improvement District Assessment Levy Ordinance. So at this time we will stand for any public comment on this ordinance. None? All right, then we will move into voting. Approve or disapprove ordinance number 1403.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make the motion that we approve ordinance number 14-03.
Second. There's a motion and proper second to approve ordinance 1403. Is there any discussion on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion passes. Public hearing number 2. This will be a discussion regarding the adoption of Ordinance 1404 entitled An Ordinance Dedicating a Quarterly Installments an amount equal to gross receipts tax of 1/12% applied to the taxable gross receipts reported during the prior fiscal year by persons engaged in business in the county to the newly created Safety Net Care Pool Fund and providing an effective date of transferring funds. Is there any public comment on Ordinance 1404?
Sure. Motion to approve ordinance number 1404.
I second.
There's a motion and proper second to approve ordinance number 1404. Is there any discussion on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion passes. Public hearing number 3. Discussion regarding the consideration of a proclamation declaring extreme or severe drought conditions, imposition of fireworks restrictions. Is there any public comment on that proclamation? Seeing none, approve or disapprove the proclamation declaring extreme or severe drought conditions and the imposition of firework restrictions.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make the motion that we approve the proclamation declaring extreme or severe drought conditions, imposition of fireworks restrictions.
Step over you.
No problem.
There's a motion to approve this proclamation of severe drought conditions and the imposition of firework restrictions. Is there any discussion on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion passes. Page 2. Public input. During this portion of our meeting, we welcome your suggestions and want to hear your concerns. This is not a question and answer period. Speakers will be limited to 5 minutes. Any individual who would discuss an item in more depth may request to be placed on a future agenda. Request forms are available at the County Manager's Office. So at this time, is there any public input? Yes, ma'am. Please stand up. He threw those at you, he didn't drop
He
them.
did.
He's about to retire, right?
How
Good
you,
morning.
Kelly?
I'm Kelly Russell, a Forest Supervisor for the Gila National Forest. I'm just here to make sure everybody knows that our decision on travel management is out this week. If people are interested in information on it, they can go to our website and look at the documents on there. I know that some people may have concerns about restrictions on their use of the National Forest. I want to reassure everyone that, folks are still going to be able to go out on the National Forest, recreate, use motorized vehicles, cut firewood, collect Christmas trees. All of that will still be able to happen, as well as camping and hunting and the like. One thing I do want to note for everybody is that any changes to how people use the National Forest will not happen before, I imagine, next spring at the earliest. Right now, we're in what's known as an appeal period. We'll get through that, and then we're going to use this fall just to help people get used to possible changes. And so we're not going to come down hard on anyone at all. And this won't become regulation until our motor vehicle use map is published, which is the legal document, and we will provide that free to people next spring when we do implement any changes on that. And if they have any questions, they can call our office at any time and ask questions.
Okay. You well know that we can't all meet with you alone and go through all that. So what I think we need to do, because it's a big document, and we're going to need to spend some time on it, so we really understand and can go out to the public and the constituents and explain what's done, and decide if we do have any issues with the documents so we can provide comment. Would you guys be willing to meet here in a public meeting? And when I say public meeting, that means anybody can come watch. That doesn't mean anybody can come participate.
Right. Well, we'll be glad to, answer any questions. As it is now, I mean, we're not able to, like, tomorrow make a change to it or anything because we're in that appeal period. But we can certainly, try to explain certain decisions or clarify any information if you would like.
I think the three of us just want to sit around the table with you guys and maybe Lisa and just go through pieces one at a time. It may take 30 minutes. It may take 3 or 4 hours. If it does, we'll send somebody out for tacos, I guess. But,
Sure, we'd be glad to try to schedule something.
We'll try to get that done in the next couple of weeks.
And that would be in a work session, correct?
Well, we'll just have a special meeting for it.
I would like to say, I know it's been a lot of hard work for the forest, and I know we're never going to have everyone appreciate that either. But I do, looking back, I do wish that we would have been able to meet before you made your final decision like we had requested. Although we appreciate your hard work, I am very disappointed we weren't able to meet. I know we were supposed to meet before you all had your help me out here. Your furlough. And, we were supposed to get contacted by you afterwards, and we never did. But, that's very disappointing that we weren't able to meet and actually discuss why certain roads were going to be cut. And, because we really wanted to do that county per county. I know Luna County was very interested in it. Catron County, of course, Hidalgo, ourselves, and Sierra. And they really wanted to go in and look at the roads, find out why they were being closed, and not that they were going to object, but they wanted to know exactly why. I know before, I haven't seen the updated version, but before there was roads that we really were wondering why they'd be closed if there wasn't adjoining roads or if they weren't affecting the aquifer in any way. So those are the questions that we did have for you. Unfortunately, we'd have to appeal now if we're wanting to change anything. So that in that aspect, I'm very disappointed in. Other than that, we do appreciate your all's hard work. We know that most of the time you all are just messengers, and we realize that too. But we really need to coordinate and look at things in the future, and hopefully together.
Yeah, we've, as you know, we've had a variety of conversations concerning all of that. And, I just encourage folks to look at the document and give it a fair look at it and evaluate how it may or may not meet their needs. There's certainly opportunities in the future to potentially make changes to the document. If we find areas that, we missed something, or, somebody brings something to our attention that, we didn't evaluate correctly or something like that. So, this is not totally set in stone. We're obviously not going to redo the whole thing we're not going to spend the rest of, eternity on the document, but we can certainly make changes to individual little things on it as need arises. So it's not totally set in stone.
Is it 7 years?
8. Yeah. Took a little longer than we planned. We had a few fires in between that kind of distracted us and that sort of thing.
About fires once in a while, I understand that.
Yeah, exactly. So, but we have a couple of CDs with the maps and stuff on it that we can leave with you, as well as a larger map for y'all to look at before we're able to schedule a meeting for us to come back and talk with you if you'd like.
We'll try to get that. I know that we have our New Mexico Association of Counties meetings all next week, but we'll probably try to get that set up for the week after that.
I'm planning to come to the SWCA meeting on Tuesday.
Oh, are you?
Yeah,
Okay.
so we'll be there as well. So.
Good.
So just looking forward to, is basically what you passed is in G, and these maps pertain,
Yes.
so we can study that prior to the meeting, so I'm looking forward to that.
Is that, do you have the new G, or is that the old original G?
That's the only one I was ever given.
Because it's
So
not,
we sent a new packet to the commission, so, yeah,
it's on the CD.
yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
I only got one set.
Right, we sent you one. If you'd like more, we can certainly get it to you, but we weren't sure how many you wanted, so,
Yeah, probably.
I got a set through SWACA, so I'm fine.
yeah.
But, yes.
Swaka was given one, but the commission wasn't?
I was
The
good.
commission was given one, yeah.
Just, well, yeah. So,
Although you can need a lot of memory for that one.
Sure, we can give you one more set for Commissioner Hall. Sure, no problem.
and if you'd leave those maps, that would be great.
Yeah.
So, thanks. We appreciate your dedication in getting all this done, and we'll just have to see how much we like it after we go through it.
I'm sure you will.
Yeah, I hope so.
All right, thank you.
So I can throw this away?
Yes, sir, unless you wanted to compare to, yeah.
Well, and I don't know if this is public information, but I want to congratulate Russell. I guess he's going to be retiring after so many years of service. I think he's the face of the forest. I think he's the face of the Forest Service around here. But we appreciate everything you've done.
You can just give them to Denisha.
Yeah, we've got them for a few more months, so. yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We're going to need a park and rec guy pretty soon. You got some experience. You ran a pretty good-sized park.
I'd say.
Okay, any other public input? Yes, Priscilla. I'm sorry, Scott, I'll get you next.
Good morning, I'm Priscilla Lucero, and I'm the Director for the Southwest New Mexico Council of Governments. And I want to take the opportunity to bring some good news, I think, for a change. And so, first of all, let me congratulate you on your Colonias Award. And it's just great. I think this was a fantastic year for us with the Colonias Award. And I just wanted to give you some highlights of what it means to our county. Approximately, I want to say about $3.5 million of Colonias money will be coming to the county. In addition to that, there's an additional $1 million coming to the county as well for projects for various municipalities and water districts. But the other $1 million is from the Border Environmental Cooperation Commission. Since the inception of the Colonias Infrastructure Fund, this is the first time that this whole region is receiving about $5.5 million in projects in this region. And then the Border Environmental Cooperation actually added another $2 million to projects in this region. And one of those projects is Hurley, because they're the only eligible entity that meets the requirements of Colonias infrastructure. So that has been one of the largest awards for our region. And I know what that means to our economy here in these communities, and what it means to be able to alleviate some of the infrastructure issues that we have within our Price communities. So I just wanted to share that. So, thank you.
Thank you very much, Priscilla. Okay, Scott, you don't even have to raise your hand.
I just wanted to come and share a few items about the Chamber of Commerce with you and kind of give you an update of where we're at. Working really hard, doing a lot of things. we're averaging probably about 60 to 65 packets of tourism or relocation information each month. And it's not just around here. I mean, we're seeing an awful lot of interest from the Midwest states, even the New England states. Winter was harsh this year. They're looking to move to a better climate, and we got a great climate here, so we're promoting the heck out of it. We even get, I think, well, this morning I had an email from somebody out of England wanting to visit here because of the mining in the region, and they want to visit some of the mines, even some of the old mines. So we're actually going to try to hook them up with some of the folks with the Grant County Rolling Stones Gem and Mineral Society, so maybe they can come at a time when they do one of their field trips, and they literally can go to some of those old mines. Our membership is doing well. We keep adding. Each week it seems like we pick up 1 or 2 more folks. Our website, if you look at it, www.silvercity.org, we will have it completed by the end of this month. It's looking really good. And because of that, we're getting more and more interest in Silver City and Grant County, and that's where our referrals come to when we send out those packets. We had a great customer service workshop last week. We had about 34 employees from 17 different businesses came to it. They all came away with very good evaluations. The gentleman was a Zig Ziglar trainer, so he did a good job of entertaining as well as giving them a good message. But I just wanted to kind of give you an idea of what the Chamber's doing, where we're going. We're still working on trying to bring more business here, and we will continue that. We've been talking to a couple of folks here locally about building some more homes, maybe trying to do some townhouses. Some of it's going to take some variances on the town of Silver City's standpoint, but we're going to be behind that because we know that we've got a lot of people interested in visiting here and relocating here, but quite honestly, we need to have some more housing for those folks. And then, of course, we're always trying to find ways to increase the job market, get folks to come and look at bringing some sort of jobs here, because there are people that want to work, and we need that. So we will continue those efforts. But just thank you for letting me give you a report today.
Absolutely.
Scott, I have a question for you.
Sure.
And it was rumored that you're related to the Duck Commander and Duck Dynasty crew.
Yeah, but I can't get them here to speak.
Come on, man. Come on. That was the next question.
Corey, Willie's wife, Corey, yeah, we're cousins.
All right.
And, I've got... Yeah. I don't let my beard grow the way they do, but, I'm not really kin to the Robert's sons. I'm kin to a wife. But, and I'll be honest, what you see on TV, that's the way they really are. Now, I'll admit, there's a lot of stuff on that show that's made up, but as far as the way they act, that's them. They're just losing their rednecks. That's what they are.
Well, as long as we're here, we expect you to keep trying to get them down there.
Yeah, I can tell you how much their fee is.
Family discount.
Any other questions?
No.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any other public input today? I expected you to talk during the first public hearing.
Yes. Good morning, Commissioners, Chairman, and Commissioners. On behalf of the Santa Rita residents, I just wanted to express the thank you for all the time and consideration on this project. It's been a good learning experience for everyone, and we'd especially like to thank Dory for a lot of work that she put in on this project, and we appreciate it, and thank you very much. Again, from the residents of our subdivision. It's a great day for Grant County and our residents. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Any other public input? Seeing none, we'll move on. Minutes, approve or disapprove the minutes from May 22nd, 2014. So approved. Second. The motion is second to approve the May 22nd minutes. Is there any discussion on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion passes. Financial reports, approve or disapprove the June 9th, 2014 expenditure report. Linda went over this for us on Tuesday. Does anybody have anything they need to ask her? Can we get a motion to approve it?
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the June 9th, 2014 expenditure report.
Second. There's a motion and a second to approve June 9th June 9th, 2014 expenditure report. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion passes. Approve or disapprove the cash flow analysis report for 2014. Linda, I'd like to go over this again, just because it goes out on CATS, and everybody can kind of see the health of the county, if you don't mind.
Okay, no problem. Thank you, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners. I would like to report that on the general fund, to date, we've received revenues of $6,933,231. The transfers year-to-date have been $964,087. And operating expenditures to date are $2,701,799,000. Salaries and benefits to date are $4,829,318,000. And our projected transfers in are $385,222. Projected transfers out, $1,083,434,000. And the projected revenues are $3,706,867. And the projected operating expenditures are $614,826. And the projected salaries and benefits are $1,154,060, leaving us with a projected cash balance of $2,126,761, leaving a surplus of $21,419. In the road fund, the revenues to date are $931,101. The transfers to date are $251,358. Operating expenditures to date, $251,076. And salaries and benefits to date, $1,048,940. And projected transfers in, $251,358. There's no projected transfers out. The projected revenues, $122,696. Projected operating expenditures, $102,934. Projected salaries and benefits, $244,140. Leaving a projected cash balance of $177,079, with a surplus of $46,144. In corrections fund, the revenues to date are $805,098. Transfers year to date, $743,077. Operating expenditures to date, $626,342. And salaries and benefits to date, $1,617,753. With projections of a transfer in of $1,043,077. Projected revenues, $238,522. Projected operating expenditures, $135,574. Projected salaries and benefits, $395,938, with a projected cash balance of $54,572 at the end of June 30th.
Thank you very much. Okay, approve or disapprove the cash flow analysis report for 2014. If anybody has any questions?
Mr. Chair, motion to approve the cash flow analysis report for April 2014.
My second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the cash flow analysis for April 2014. Is there any discussion on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, now we get to do something fun. We don't always get to do fun work in the commission, but today we're going to recognize Cobrey and Silver's baseball team for state championships and Silver's softball team for state championships. So if we can get all of them in here at once, fill the room. Just line the walls. You're good. Yeah, we'll do everybody one at a time. And you're last. Come on in, guys, just clean your room. Come on this other wall, or across the back. Morning, Coach. Morning.
I don't think this place has ever had so many state championship participants in this building at one time ever before, so it's awesome.
Love it. Okay, at this time, we're going to recognize the Cobre baseball team, the Silver baseball team, and the Silver softball team for their state championships. And Denisha, I'd like to start with the Cobre baseball team, if you'll read the proclamation, please.
Whereas the governing body of the County of Grant, having learned the accomplishments of the Cobre High School baseball team, does hereby extend its recognition. And whereas the Cobre High School Indians of the Cobre Consolidated School District in Bayard, New Mexico, earned the state championship in Class 2A category of the 2014 New Mexico Activities Association State Baseball Tournament held in Albuquerque, New Mexico in May 2014. And whereas the players and coaches of the Cobre High School baseball team are to be commended for their good sportsmanship, teamwork, and commitment and perseverance to excellence. Now therefore be it resolved by the governing body of the County of Grant that congratulations and recognition is extended to the Cobre High School Indians for their outstanding athletic accomplishment. Signed and sealed on the 12th day of June 2014 by the Grant County Board of Commissioners in Silver City, Grant County, New Mexico.
Thank you, Denisha. Coach, do you have a few words real quick? Yeah.
I know you're pretty long-winded, Art, so we expect something good here.
See, now all the rest of you guys know what's coming.
Is that okay? Sorry. I just want to say thank you for honoring these young men and their accomplishment. You know, it's not just this one year that we were able to win the championship. You know, it's been many years. It's a community of work, you know, from their Pee Wee League coaches to their senior league, Little League coaches. So I just want to thank, you know, those people, and then thank the kids and yourselves for honoring us today. Thank you.
Thank you, Art. If you will, we're going to give you this proclamation in just as soon as we vote, and then we're going to get all those guys up here, and we're going to take a picture with you. All right? Very good. So at this time, I would take a motion to approve the proclamation with the Cobre High School baseball team state championship.
Mr. Chairman, I would proudly like to make the motion that we approve the recognition of the Cobre High State's baseball championship. Congratulations.
Is there any discussion on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion passes. Come up here, boys.
Thank you very much.
The time that you pick up. You're just going to have a semi-scribble in Did everybody get a pen?
You want a Colt to sign it? I'll sign it. I put Colts, go Colts, that's fine.
We're gonna sign the next team. Maybe.
Come on. Good and silver now, come on, Rob.
All right. The next team, Denisha, if you'll read the proclamation for silver baseball.
Okay. Whereas the governing body of the County of Grant, having learned of the accomplishment of the Silver High School baseball team, does hereby extend its recognition. And whereas the Silver High School Fighting Colts of Silver Consolidated School District in Silver City, New Mexico, earned the state championship in the Class 3A category of the 2014 New Mexico Activities Association State Baseball Tournament held in Albuquerque, New Mexico in May 2014. And whereas the players and coaches of the Silver High School baseball team are to be commended for their good sportsmanship, teamwork, and commitment and perseverance to excellence. Now therefore be it resolved by the governing body of the County of Grant that congratulations and recognition is extended to the Silver High School Fighting Colts for their outstanding athletic accomplishment. Signed and sealed this 12th day of June 2014 by the Grant County Board of Commissioners in Silver City, Grant County, New Mexico.
Thank you, Denisha. Coach, you want to come up?
I really do want to say thank you for honoring these young men, because they're truly deserving, not just on the field but in the classroom. As I look around, I know a lot of you already had a bunch of thank yous previously. Matter of fact, I think I'm showing my age, because actually our first state championship, Eric Morales was a starting infielder for me. Coach Samaripa actually was one of my assistant coaches for quite a while. But I do want to say thank you. I want to congratulate Cobre High School and Coach Sanchez. We know each other very well, obviously, and they tremendous team. And Coach Truman, obviously, we're still counting. I don't know, what are we at, Coach? 15? You guys have won 16. I think we stopped counting after 10. But congratulations to all the girls, because again, awesome job. And I think just with all three of these here, it's a credit to our community. It's a credit to the youth coaches. It's a credit to our high school programs, because it is every year that you see all three at the state tournament and truly doing a good job, whether it's winning the state championship or at the state championships, and all three always do it with a lot of class. Last, I want to thank Mr. Oaxaca, who's been very supportive of our new AD, and our principal couldn't be here, Mrs. Laji, but I do want to mention her as well. Thank you for everything she did. So again, thank you to everybody.
Okay, thank you very much, Coach. At this time, I'll ask for a motion to approve the proclamation declaring the recognition for Silver Baseball State Championship.
Chair, it's required that I make a motion for congratulations and recognition to the Silver High School Fighting Colts for the outstanding athletic accomplishments. Great job.
That probably second.
There's a motion and a proper second to the motion. Is there any discussion on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Go Colts!
Is that an aye? Aye. You guys know the drill. Come on up.
Go right through there and you'll get a few as you walk out. All right. Thank you.
Congratulations, Coach.
Now, Mr. Ramos, you're going to have to make the next motion for silver.
I'd be proud to do
Okay, at this time, Denisha, would you please read the proclamation declaring the recognition for the softball team from Silver High School?
Okay. Whereas the governing body of the County of Grant, having learned the accomplishment of the Silver High School softball team, does hereby extend its recognition. And whereas the Silver High School Lady Colts of the Silver Consolidated School District in Silver City, New Mexico, earned the state championship in the Class 3A category of 2014 New Mexico Activities Association State Softball Tournament held in Albuquerque, New Mexico in May 2014. And whereas the players and coaches of the Silver High School softball team are to be commended for their good sportsmanship, teamwork, and commitment and perseverance to excellence. Now therefore be it resolved by the governing body of the County of Grant that congratulations and recognition is extended to the Silver High School Lady Colts for their outstanding athletic accomplishment. Signed and sealed on the 12th day of June 2014 by the Grant County Board of Commissioners in Silver City, Grant County, New Mexico.
Thank you, Denisha. At this time, I'll take a motion proclaiming the recognition for Silver Softball State Championship.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to proudly make the motion to approve the proclamation recognizing the Silver Girls Softball State Champions.
I probably second that.
I thought we were going to not get a second there first.
No, I just wanted to make sure that Commissioner Ramos recognized the coach.
Okay, we have a motion, a proper second. Is there any discussion on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Before we go down, I'd like to say that I'm proud of all of you.
I am too.
It is just so awesome to have so many state champions. I've seen all of you grow up since you were real little. I've coached with you, I've coached against you, and it's been an awesome experience to see you all just grow up and do such a good job. Congratulations to all of you.
And you know, each and every one of you has represented Grant County well. Thank you very much.
Coach?
Short coach, all right?
No, I'm not talking about that. You don't get very short.
First of all, thank you for having us, recognizing not only our girls, but the boys here and the champions. Nice things that you're saying. It's well-deserved by these student athletes. Our community needs to be commended as well. The businesses, local businesses that help support and fund a lot of the things that we do, we definitely want to take time and say thank you to them. Our administration at the school, they do an outstanding job supporting us and making our sports an extension of the classroom, and we're very proud of that, so thank you.
Okay, at this time, has already voted on this? We have. We can just go down, all right. I think it's been said, but the youth of Grant County and the sport of softball and baseball is well represented today. I appreciate the administration from Cobury Schools. I appreciate the administration from Silver Schools. And we were only one game away from having another team in here today.
That's right.
And when it comes to baseball and softball, this end of the state is always going to be tough, and I appreciate you all coming today. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'd like to say one more thing. Coaches, especially the baseball coaches, we really need to get together with Western New Mexico University and get that program going over there. And with your all's push, I think, and us helping, I think we can get that done. So let's try our best. Thank you.
Got a lot of talent in Grant County.
Okay. Next item on the agenda is approve or disapprove the airport emergency plan, Class 3 airport.
Do you want to say anything further on that?
I have nothing to add unless the commission has any further questions on it.
Chair, make a motion to approve the airport emergency plan, Class 3 airport.
My second.
Motion and proper second to approve the airport emergency plan, Class 3 airport. Is there any discussion on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Approve or disapprove the liens for delinquent solid waste accounts.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the liens for delinquent solid waste accounts.
Second.
So motion and a second to approve the liens for the delinquent solid waste accounts. Is there any discussion on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Contracts. Approve or disapprove the DWI grant contract. That's just the normal contract that we do every year for Cindy.
Mr. Chair, motion to approve the DWI grant contract.
I second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the DWI grant contract. Is there any discussion on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Approve or disapprove Amendment A 1140, Second Amendment to the Joint Powers Agreement with the City of Baird for chip sealing.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make the motion we approve the amendment A-11-40.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve A 1140. Is there any discussion on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Approve or disapprove agreement number A 1415, agreement to chip sealing between the County of Grant and the Town of Hurley.
Mr. Chair, motion to approve agreement A 1415, agreement for chip sealing between County of Grant and the Town of Hurley.
I second.
There's a proper motion and a second to approve A 1415. Is there any discussion on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Approve or disapprove agreement number A 1416, agreement for professional services with the Hughes Law, LLC, hold harmless gross receipts tax and gross receipts revenue bonds.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make the motion to approve the agreement A-14-16.
Second.
All those, is there any discussion on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Approve or disapprove Amendment A-1017, a one-year extension of the agreement with High Desert Humane Society. I see Heidi's here today. Did you have anything that you want to say? Okay. All right. If we do, we'll do that during discussion of the motion. So,
Mr. Chair, make a motion to approve A-10, or the agreement, A-1017, a one-year extension of agreement with the High Desert Humane Society.
Can I second?
there's a motion to approve the amendment A-1017 to the agreement. Is there any discussion on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Heidi, it's coming along really well as far as the ordinance, the committee and such, and your input as far as the draft has been well used. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, page 3. Resolutions. Approve or disapprove Resolution R-1424. The County of Grant requests a cooperative agreement with the New Mexico Department of Transportation under the cooperative agreement to patch roadways where needed.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make the motion that we approve Resolution R-14-24.
Second. There's a motion and a second to approve R-1424. Is there any discussion on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Approve or disapprove Resolution R-1425. The County of Grant requests a cooperative agreement with the New Mexico Department of Transportation under the co-op projects to install a concrete low water crossing with flood and drainage improvements on Arita Road. That's out in the Cliff area.
Chair, motion to approve Resolution R-1425, the County of Grant request for cooperative agreement with New Mexico Department of Transportation under the co-op projects to install a concrete low water crossing with footing and drainage improvement on the Arena Road.
That's second.
There's a motion and a second to approve R-1425. Is there any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Approve or disapprove Resolution R-1426. The County of Grant requests a cooperative agreement with the New Mexico Department of Transportation under the School Bus Routes Program to patch roadways where needed and lay single penetration chip seal with drainage and improvements and striping.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make the motion that we approve Resolution R-14-26.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve R-1426. Is there any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Approve or disapprove Resolution R-1427. This is the notice of intent to adopt a gross receipts tax ordinance. Is there any can I get a motion?
Mr. Chair, motion to approve R-1427, notice of intent to adopt a county gross receipts tax ordinance.
Second. There's a motion and a second to approve R-1427. Is there any discussion on the motion? Just quickly to explain something on this. What this does is it triggers the public hearings and such to adopt such a gross receipts tax. This does not adopt the gross receipts tax at this time. So I don't know exactly what the schedule is, but I'm sure Abby probably does.
Just for the ordinance itself, we'll publish notice of our intent in the paper for 2 weeks, and we'll also have the ordinance in the clerk's office for anyone to come and view that would like to take a look at it. And of course, any questions in the meantime can be directed my way, and I'll find out the answers.
Okay. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion passes. Approve or disapprove Resolution R-1428, removing the light duty policy from the Grant County Detention Center. We discussed this on Tuesday with both Abby and Mike, and they both feel very strongly that this needs to be removed.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make the motion that we approve Resolution R-14-28.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve R-1428. Is there any discussion on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion passes. Approve or disapprove Resolution number R-1429, authorizing and approving submission of a completed application for financial assistance and project approval for the New Mexico Finance Authority for the Viva Santa Rita Subdivision Community Area Improvement District Assessment. That's a mouthful.
Yeah. Mr. Chair, motion to approve Resolution R-1429 is read by the chair.
I second. There's a motion and a second to approve R-1429. And once again, for just discussion purposes, what this is it's a loan from the Finance Authority to offset the cost of redoing the subdivision of Viva Santa Rita, which those residents are going to pay back through the agreement that we passed at the beginning. So that's just they'll pay back the interest and the principal amount for their improvements. So at this time, I'll ask for a vote on R-1429. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion passes. Approve or disapprove resolution number R-1430, that is budget adjustments. Linda went over those thoroughly on Tuesday. If there's any questions, I believe she's here to answer them.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make the motion that we approve Resolution R-14-30.
Second. There's a motion and a second to approve R-1430. Is there any discussion on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion passes. You may have to explain this one again, Abby. Approve or disapprove resolution number R-1431, voluntary recognition of petitioning bargaining unit that includes the non-probationary bus drivers employed by Grant County, New Mexico under the Corey Caminos. Because this was, you vote no, so they get to vote?
Yes, it's a little confusing. The resolution before you, if you approve it, that means that you are voluntarily recognizing that bargaining unit. If you disapprove it, that will require them to move forward with an election, and the employees will take care of that process themselves. So disapprove means election.
Okay. So I guess I'll take a motion.
Sure. A motion to disapprove Resolution R-1431 as read.
And I second. There's a motion to disapprove R-1431. And that just seems funny to me that that's pro-employee, but okay. Is there any discussion on the motion?
The only thing I'd like to say, the reason I made the motion the way I did, I think it's important for the employees, each of them, to have an opportunity to vote. And so that's the reason I made the motion as I did.
Absolutely. I totally agree. I think it's up to them if they want to have their union, and I think we will honor that at the time of their election.
Right. I agree. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion passes. County reports. Sheriff, you have anything to add?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. I just wanted to recognize HMS and all the organizations that were involved this weekend on that jump into summer for our youth here in Grant County. It was a great turnout. I went over there, I took my children over there, and it was a great event. You know, they need to be commended for what they do for this community. Our youth are what we need to work for and strive for in our future. And putting events like that, teaching them healthy ways, and just participating in events was a great thing for them. So I'd like to recognize all the groups that participated in them. There was quite a few. I would also like to thank the voters for coming out and voting. I was unopposed, but it was great to see the turnout that I got. But I do encourage the public to continue to come out and vote for what they believe in, and if they feel they need changes and stuff, that is their voice to come out and voice that by their vote. And I just want to thank the community for supporting me the way they did, and I look forward to it again in November. So other than that, I have nothing else to report.
Any questions for the Sheriff? Sure don't. Okay. Alfred, you got anything today?
Yeah, just one thing, Chairman, Commissioners. I just want to let people from Tim, come back and mess everything up. Anyways, I just want to let everybody know that for solid waste, we're keeping up with the times. Now everybody's been requesting credit card payments. He goes live today, so people can start, paying either online or as they come in with a credit card. Of course, there is a fee. It's $2. Yeah, or $1.50 for each check. And also, we were able to negotiate our fees as well for the Treasurer's Office. We were at 2.95. Now we're down to 2.5%, a little bit. Now with a debit card, a Visa debit, it's going to charge a flat fee now. It used to be a 2.9% total. Now it's a $3.95 charge for that. So they helped us out, and actually that's been one of our biggest revenues, actually, is credit card payments. So they're doing it online and in the office. So just to let everybody know, they can do it in solid waste now.
Thank you very much. Eric, do you have anything?
Thank you, Chairman, Board of Commissioners. We're in our busy time of the year right now. We're certifying values, and Mary apologizes for not being here. That's what she's doing right now as we speak.
That's all right. Thank you. You're welcome.
Randy, do you have anything to add?
Thank you.
Okay.
Can you shut this? Did you have something to say?
She said all she's gonna say today.
Someday I'm gonna get something out of you.
Ms. Clerk, do you have anything? I don't have any more. Abby?
No, Mr. Chairman, thank you.
Mr. Commissioner?
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to yield some time to Congressman Pierce's representative, Kenny Rogers, if he has anything to say. I mean, he's on the
being put on
here today.
Kenny always has something to say, I guarantee you.
We're just continuing to watch the Gila Travel Management Plan, and we'll be engaged in that in his whole district here, so.
Do you want to be notified when we have our meeting?
Yes, please. Any meetings that you have, we would like to participate.
Absolutely. Always welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kenny.
Anything else?
That's it.
Would you like to have that meeting in the red room? Would that
No,
be
I
more-
think we're probably going to have to have it here because there'll be some people that want to watch. I mean, we can start in the red
We can always move these.
But I just want to be able to sit around the table and actually talk to them about each road and each map and what each designation of each road means. And
Mr. Chairman, should we put together a kind of a question, a list of questions for Ms. Russell before they come in? That way they kind of are a little prepared.
yeah, if we can do that.
Do you think that'd be fine? We could just give you the questions?
And then put them together.
Okay. Not saying those are the only questions we're going to have, but that way we can kind of push through that
Then
meeting.
they can be ready for it.
Yeah, because it's not a gotcha. We don't want to do that. So, Mr. Commissioner.
Well, the only thing I'd like to use my nickel on today is that, as most of you know, my wife passed in May. And I just want to thank the community, thank the employees, my fellow board members for all the love and consideration that they've given me and my family. We planned a memorial that's going to happen July the 3rd at 11 o'clock at the Methodist Church on College across from the library. But, you know, I just expressed to my family, this is the reason I continue to live here, because we're still a small community, and as soon as it happened, even before she passed, the community surrounded around me. And so, thank you.
Thank you. I too am going to talk just briefly about the travel management plan. I felt a little disappointed that they chose not to include the 1,200 miles of roads that are out there and they didn't survey them. There's a certain group of people out there that are trying to claim that some of those roads were illegal. The fact is, every road on the forest is user-made. The Forest Service has not ever built a road. They've maintained roads, they've moved roads. Every road on the forest is user-made, so they're not illegal. They should have been included in their draft environmental impact statement, and every road should have stayed or gone on its own merits. I do believe that the federal government has a duty to coordinate with counties. I do not feel as though the Forest Service coordinated with this county the way they should have. So after the meeting, if we can't come to some agreement, we will probably have to take some action in the way of a protest. So, that being said, we are going to go to executive session in accordance with NMSA 1978, 10-15-1, H2 and 7. This will be the items we're talking about. We're going to talk about limited personnel matters, discussion regarding the county manager, discussion regarding an employee in the sheriff's office, discussion regarding public works director, and we are going to talk about pending litigation, discussion regarding a 2013 incident in the sheriff's office, and we will adjourn from the executive session. So can I get a motion to go into executive session?
So moved. Second.
Motion proper second to move in executive session. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Rob, can we get a roll call?
Commissioner Ramos, are you aware that you will be entering into executive session?
Yes, sir, I am.
Chairman Caston, are you aware that you will be entering into executive session?
Yes.
Commissioner Hall, are you aware that you will be entering into executive session?
I am.
Thank you very much.